There's a ton of theme park news happening this week, so let's talk about it. Disney grabbed headlines this week by flying a bunch of Wall Street analysts down to Walt Disney World for a big investor summit. That's where CEO Bob Iger dropped the news that Disney is going to spend $60 billion on capital improvements at its theme parks and cruise line over the next 10 years. Now that's Disneyland, Walt Disney World, Disneyland Paris, Shanghai Disneyland, Hong Kong Disneyland, and the Disney Cruise Line. Do the math there, over 10 years, that's about $1 billion per area. Remember, Tokyo Disney is owned by the Oriental Land Company, not Disney, so any capital expenditures there fall on Oriental Land's bottom line. What are we going to get for all that money? Well, as far as the parks, Disney didn't tell us. Now, Josh D'Amaro did hint that a Frozen Land would fit in at the Disneyland Resort, but where? And he also said that Coco and Wakanda need to be built someplace. But beyond that, no specifics. As for the cruise line, we do know that we're getting 3 new ships over the next 3 years. Wish's sibling, the Treasure, is going to sail out of Port Canaveral for 7-day itineraries in the Caribbean, starting in December 2024. The former Global Dream that Disney acquired is being rebuilt and will sail exclusively from Singapore for 5 years, starting in 2025. That'll be called the Disney Adventure. And the 3rd ship, probably going in 2026, that's going to be another sibling of the Wish and the Treasure. No name yet. We've also got a big opening and a closing coming up this week. As for the opening, we've got a new record holder for world's largest indoor theme park. Chimelong Spaceship Theme Park has opened in China at more than 4.2 million square feet. This is bigger than Warner Brothers World in Abu Dhabi and the new SeaWorld in Abu Dhabi. It's also the world's largest aquarium. There's a 12.4 million gallon tank as part of this aquarium, and that's going to be holding what the park is calling its crown jewels, a pod of orcas. Now, SeaWorld in Abu Dhabi didn't go with them, but in China they are. The park also includes something called Bermuda Storm, which it's billing as the world's largest motion theater ride, holding more than 300 people on a single platform. And there's also China's first indoor submarine ride, kind of like the submarine rides you've seen at Legoland parks. Now, speaking of Legoland, that's the closure we've got coming up at the end of the month. Legoland California has announced that one of its original attractions, Safari Track, is closing for future awesomeness. Now, I think awesomeness has become Legoland's version of Disney's magic, the word that can mean pretty much anything, but we'll see what replaces Safari Track at some point in the future here. That's it for the theme park news this week. Thanks for following Theme Park Insider.